Well, so it's your guys' turn. Of those who are not present in Albus's dream, who would like to go next? That'd be Sharp, Goblin, Gun.
I'm dreaming, but yeah, I'd like to go.
Okay. So, Gun, you are, you're dancing. You're on this dance floor. But are you on the sideline? Are you watching from the wall? Is that where are you on the dance floor in your dream? The call to action to get out there. Like, are you on the wall? Are you beating yourself up for not getting out there, or are you out there? What's Gunnulf's mindset? Where is he in this?
He's standing at the edge of the dance floor, and really, the biggest thing is he needs to take the step forward. He needs to go, and so just this self-doubt is thematically like holding on to like on his back, and with like the biggest determination, he's trying to push forward and get back onto the dance floor.
Okay, and the music plays with this dance. Is
it the Irish Jig?
It is some nondescript sort of dream dance where notes filter through, but is there a particular rhythm? It's hard to really place anything in particular in this dream place. But what you start to recognize is that the sound of the music is intermingling with all these other sounds. You can hear the sort of the laughter, the fun, the sort of ooh, and like as people are dancing out on this dance floor, they're being spun around, they're having so much fun. Shouldn't you be out there having fun, Gunnulf? Why aren't you? And and the music is playing, and there's a rhythm, there's a beat, there's a swing to it, but you also sort of hear this rhythmic clanking, this bink, 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 and at first you think it might be part of the music until you recognize that it's coming from that forge where the kitchen should be. It's not part of the music, but it seems in rhythm with it, or perhaps the music is in rhythm with the forge, not vice versa. It's hard to parse it out, and as you sit there wondering where you should go on the dance floor, to the forge, where you are now, the laughter and all of that becomes more familiar, less anxiety inducing as strangers rather having fun without you. You hear your own voice, your own laughter, a moment that you enjoyed yourself. And as you sort of look to find where that is, you find yourself once again in that room where you guys had the feast with the vulture folk and the bunny folk, and everyone is there yet again. This meal that you shared with your friends, where it wasn't about whether you would step forward or not. You were exactly who you needed to be in that moment, with them, at the table with them. But as you look around that table, not everyone there is wearing the faces that you remember them wearing. They're not happy. They're not enjoying themselves. They're not having conversations. Some of them are very distressed, their dark countenance or fear. And as you finally gaze upon Albus, you too find yourself standing in the city streets itself, amongst your companions, amongst the fire, the debris, the bodies. Wolf, there's shadows around Steve, and the rest of you yourselves, as Gunnulf arrives, can almost hear the rhythmic, like the tinging and the tanging of the forge from somewhere, before Gunnulf is simply there, as though he'd always been. Like with the second that ting came down, he was there, like he had always been. So, Gunolf, it's your turn.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
This is gonna be perhaps a little bit weird, but I want to aid Albus. Just kind of like put my what it would be like a supporting hand and being like, "I'm here, my friend. I'm here." And from his back, I'm gonna grab his bow, even though in real life he had given me his bow as a replacement. But in the dreamscape, I'm gonna grab his bow, and because this is a dreamscape and this is Albus's bow, I kind of envision that the dead hand, instead takes on the form of what would be something like a tiger folk hand, and Albus is kind of guiding my shot.
Okay. So you you're making a bow shot, I assume, mechanically.
Yes.
Okay. But
With my guidance.
in your head, this is like Albus guiding you, like your shots.
Mhm.
Or okay. Yeah. In there's a I will say that for everyone else, it's not quite some like goofy, like suddenly Gun just has like a giant tiger folk hand or something. It's more like as Gun takes this bow that may or may not have been there a couple seconds ago, and draws it back to fire it. You can see that his hand, the one that's always, suffering, the curse, the one that doesn't work, it has a life, a vibrancy to it in this place that it doesn't in real life. In this dream of who Gunolf wants to be, it actually has the fur and the stripes, the strength of a white tiger folk of Albus, and that sort of warrior's strength, that resilience, Gunolf sort of embodies as he pulls it back and fires the bow. Let's hope he hits.
After all of this description, yes.
Yes.
And he fails.
Well, we cannot deal with that. Okay,
Well.
let's be honest here. Come on. This is my best stat. So it will be another the third Fabula point spent.
Yay!
Just trying to get this thing to go. I'm gonna roll them individually because okay, there's a 7
Okay.
and a 10.
Better.
That
Much
does
better.
hit. That does hit.
All right, and because that's a 10, it's damage. I roll 10, or that would be 18.
18 damage.
18 damage.
Okay. Is it of any particular type or just physical?
This would short bow, so it's just a physical ranged.
So you draw back the bow and you fire it, and it literally pierces one of the creatures in this sort of strange way, where it's one of these, the village, the white tiger folk, or it was one of the villagers, the white tiger folk, that were on the ground. And as you hit it dead on, it's a good shot, right in the center of its head. But there's this sort of strange moment where the head rolls off and legs almost seem to kind of grow out of where it fell off, and it just sort of starts to scurry and kind of limp away, and the rest of the body keeps moving forward as though nothing had
God,
happened.
we
and
need
it didn't
fire.
care.
Gross. Yeah, we definitely need
Jesus
fire.
Christ.
Hey, we're fighting the thing, guys.
Okay, let's see here. Who's getting hit?
There's how many of us there now?
There's 4
5?
of you there. Well, with Wolf, 5.
With
Wolf
Wolf.
is 5. I got
Well-
a question, Jason. Am I 12 still? Because, like,
yeah.
am I 12
actually,
still?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would be. Yeah, you would be.
Oh my god, I'm still
Oh
12.
no, we got young Kestrel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have
Kestrel.
young Kestrel and Tiger. Golf.
We got baby
Okay.
Kestrel.
Damn, I'm way smaller than I usually am.
Yeah, how tall are you now compared?
I don't know. How tall are 12-year-olds? Like,
It
am I like
depends.
4
Oh,
feet tall?
4
John had a
feet,
pretty
yeah.
big growth spurt when he was 12.
I'm like 4 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Maya, no pressure, but we're gonna need this like drawn out, like how everyone is different in this
That's-
dreamscape.
We're gonna need
scene.
Hobbit Kestrel here soon.
That's so fucked up. Not Hobbit, okay.
Short Kestrel, Dark Steve, Tiger, Gunoff,
Tiny 2-foot
all
Kestrel.
of it. And just Gunoff in the middle looking
2
scared.
feet tall. I'm a toddler, actually. I'm a toddler, and I got
Muppet babies.
cheerleaders.
Just toddler. Yeah, you got a gun. Just a toddler with a gun. Yeah. Who gets
Oh my god! That means
He's lost
whenever,
control.
whenever Sharp gets here, it's gonna be human Sharp.
Oh dear
Could be
God!
True.
It's gonna be
Oh,
nerdy college sharp.
shit.
nerdy
Oh,
college age?
there.
Sure.
Yeah. Ah.
All right.
Yeah,
You're like,
I
who
do
the
like
fuck
the
is this
thematic
person?
approach that you just can't reach whatever you're going for, and you're the last one to arrive on the battle, Chris.
That's fine.
He was reaching, and he grabbed a combat.
Rosalind's at roulette in her dream right now.
Yeah.
She's gambling away, having a blast.
I'm trying to do this legitly, but I have to bounce through a couple screens here. Hold on.
Let's make sure I subtract the usage of the Fabula points. So spend there.
As you arrive and you fire off your bow, you can the creatures continue to sort of like move and shamble towards you guys, but the presence of Wolf has changed. You can see a number of their tactics. A number of them have sort of shifted in weird ways, by the way. Like one of the ones that might be shambling towards you in one direction, its legs might actually just sort of like twist around while the top of it sort of like keeps where it is looking at you before like parts of it sort of flip and like try to like rearrange itself to reorient which direction it's going. And you see a bunch of them start trying to like lash out and claw at Wolf. And they manage to land a couple of hits on them, mainly because as he crushes some of them down, parts of them just split open and then start trying to like actually like bite and dig themselves into his paws as he does. There's almost some level of surprise as well as this happens. The creatures here seem to react almost quicker than he seems to expect. You are unsure why this might be the case, but it is. That said, there is also a sort of there's that thunderous noise yet again, although this one seems hard. You don't parse out any particular words, but you hear it almost like a thunder sort of rolling, murmuring in the distance. Sharp and Roz, which one of you would like to go next? I'm a roll.
I can go if Roz doesn't want to.
Either way, I don't have a very good turn planned, so
Okay. So Sharp, you are in this meditative stance. You are thinking back to these moments in time, meeting Leopold, your time at the academy. You have this anxiety within you that you're trying to parse out. You're trying to figure out who is Leopold now? Who was he then? And you think back to moments that you shared with him, dates, good times. And amongst them are meals, times that you stayed up studying together, that you went out to a place to just grab a bite to eat late at night because you guys had spent way too much time pouring through research, running numbers, trying to just, do labs. Like the things that you used to do, that you used to spend time with him, and it felt so normal. Your relationship felt real. It felt it felt whole in that it helped you feel like you had a place to belong. And it hurt for so many years not having that. But as you think about these places, your mind wanders in ways that you didn't expect to the family that you find yourself with now. The people that are in your life now, the sense of wholeness or a place to belong that you sort of stumbled into here. And you find yourself sort of thinking back to that feast. You guys standing around, you guys enjoying it. I mean, for you, it wasn't about the food. It was about the company. And it helps bring that sense of belonging back in that moment. You almost wonder if, do you even need Leopold? If you have these people, it might be nice to have both. But before you can really settle on any kind of answer, you find the memories that you're dwelling on don't seem quite right. And there's a strange, almost falling sensation that you have not felt in decades at this point. As you're lying on the bed meditating, there is nowhere to fall, but your mind feels it, as almost as though you're slipping back into a state of being that you haven't found in quite some time, a state of being of sleep. And as you do, you find yourself in this dream of you guys at the feast. As all of you were there, all of you were laughing, and just like with everyone else, you find that the people that are there aren't quite the same. You feel the joy that should be there. You feel the belonging, but you're not seeing it. And as with everyone before, there is this looking upon Albus, looking upon Castor, looking upon Steve. You find yourself similarly there on the streets with the rest of them. It is a incredibly strange sensation for you, as you have not truly dreamed in so long. You don't have a body that would provide you the means to do it, yet you find yourself here in a dream, like fully subconscious, and it is almost strangely dreamlike. You feel heavy in ways. You've almost forgot what it feels like to be in a dream. There's a weightiness to your limbs as you move. They drag, but yet they seem to get where they need to be. It's surreal in a way that you just forgotten, having been dead for so long. And of course, the scene before you is incredibly nightmarish. There are dead bodies everywhere, flesh creatures. There's fire. There's death, destruction. Wolf is there in his full monstrous form. Your party members themselves are this strange mix. Kestrel looks like this timid girl, fresh out of the facility, if even out. Steve seems almost possessed, a man driven to some like dark hatred. Albus is the most fearful that you have ever seen him. Gunnulf is maybe the most Paragon-like in this scenario here. He seems to have embodied some sort of warrior version of himself. But you, as you looked at it, your hands are almost distracted by the fact that you are not the specter that you've been for so long. You are the academic that you were. You are who you were in life upon meeting Leopold for those first times. You're that person, the person that you have always been. But, life changes all people. You were there in this dreamscape. What would you like to do? It's your turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, if time allows, she definitely would end up, like, taking a second, right, to seeing her hands, kind of all of that stuff of like, holy shit, what is this kind of a thing? But I think she'd be able to like refocus, see, and like all of what's happening. And I think she would do barrage. It obviously, if there are two enemies within my range, that I would do like the 10 mind points to sit into the multi-attack or whatever.
I like this, but it's only one enemy, I think, still.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you want to do the weakness thing, this could be an opportunity for that too.
Oh,
But do whatever
sorry,
you
I
think
forgot
Sharp
about
would do. I'm just reminding you that that is an option.
no, I appreciate it. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
true.
you
So
basically
we would
would just.
do-
Yeah, you'd be attacking one creature, so you wouldn't need to spend the mind points, but it wouldn't net any extra damage, essentially.
You want to do warning shot?
Well, I think getting the information would be a really good idea.
Okay.
Like Sean was saying. So I think sorry, my computer is like, this is so much that my computer's doing. It's so fucking slow.
Just need to bring it around any day. I'm ready.
Yeah. Was it the flash of insight, Sean?
Lord Master.
I always forget. It's one of the two that
It
you
is
can
one of
do.
the
I
two.
think one of them.
13 or
There's
higher
like
on a check to
5,
investigate
and I
a
never
creature.
remember which one it is.
You need to do the study action during a conflict.
Yeah, I think Flash of
Okay,
Insight
great.
is at
So
the
it is flash
beginning,
of insight.
and I think it's less good anyway. I think the study's better.
Well, yeah, the quick assessment, you could spend 5 skill level times 5 mind points, and for every 5 mind points, you could choose an option. So you can choose creature that you can see, and I reveal one of their traits, or you name a damage type and choose a creature, and I tell you if they have an affinity towards it. Yeah, the study one is typically better because I can just give you a ton of information if you roll well enough. Yeah.
Yep.
Study action is insight.
Okay. Like I never have that one in my thing because I don't. Anyway, all right. Insight. Okay. Insight. Oh.
Ooh.
It
What
was
don't you
definitely
know
above a
about this
13.
thing? You know everything about this thing, it seems.
I hope so.
Uh,
I think that is encyclopedic knowledge.
I mean, it is. It's the highest.
Mhm.
Okay, so got rank. I don't think any of these things matter. Species. It's technically a demon. Just don't read too much into that. That's a mechanical thing. It would be more accurate to say that this is a like an astral entity, if that makes sense. As in, demons are things that occupy the like astral dreamscape. Demons just represent a small faction of the things that live there. This is the same category of creature. From Fabula terms, it's a demon, but don't read too much into it, terminology-wise. Max HP is 400. Maximum MP is 100. Traits are, it is provocative, honor-bound, and violent. Attributes are D8s across the board. Its defense is, it has +4 in its defense, +2 in its magic defense, is vulnerable to dark, resistant to light, and resistant to poison. And it has, its basic attack is called Curious Assault. It is a willpower plus insight that has +4 to attack It's high roll plus 15 light damage, and the target suffers dazed. And if the target was already dazed or shaken, the Dream and Cursor controls the target's next action.
Oh.
There you
Get rid of
go.
that then.
Drip.
A
Thank you.
curious assault.
Furious assault.
Wait, was a study a free action?
Anybody can do it.
It's
Even
not a
if you
free
do that,
action.
Well, it's an action, but it's not.
It is
It's
an action.
100%
Okay.
action.
No.
It's just her flash of insight also
I
gives
believe-
her additional questions to ask.
Yes, you get skill level. You can ask the game master, that's me, up to skill level questions concerning the subject of your investigation.
Oh, what questions do you have,
Yes.
Maisie?
Is this a curiosity?
What should I ask?
Asking
Yeah.
where you went to school.
Actually, I like that question. Is it curiosity?
That's a good question.
Is that your question?
All right. Is it curiosity? Is this curiosity? Yes. No answer.
Well, being a stickler for how you have phrased it, the answer is no.
No, the question mark.
It's not a truth or you don't necessarily have to ask a true or false question.
Yeah, how is it related to curiosity? Maybe.
Is it
Right.
related to curiosity?
Oh.
Yeah.
It is related to curiosity.
No. That's why the question is how is it related to curiosity, not
Yeah.
is it.
This
We
is
know it is.
this is why you gotta
We're
go
gonna-
journalism
Oh,
approach. Don't
it-
ask yes no questions. Ask open ended ones.
I don't even know how many of these questions do you get. If I should be a
How
stickler.
many do you have? Well, how many points do you have?
How many
in Flash
how many
Insight?
flash of insight questions?
Yeah,
How many
3
skill
points.
levels do you have into it?
I think
Oh, I suppose if you also have focused, you also gain your skill level of focused into that flash of insight. You have a D20. You just rolled a 20, right?
Gain skill level on that skill.
this right now. I'm at a level of 1.
You had a
on
level
this
of
one.
your
So
skill
technically I
level of
only have one
1.
question.
So what is the one question you'd like to ask me?
Is this related to curiosity?
How is this related to curiosity? Is that what you said?
John,
How is
stop
this?
correcting her.
I said how.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How is this
I
related
said
to curiosity?
how. Yes.
Looking around, let's piece together how Sharp is putting this together. It is clear that you have been drawn into some sort of dreamscape. This is obviously something that shouldn't quite be possible for you, yet somehow it is. And judging by the kinds of enemies and things that you are facing, it is very evident to you that there is, especially given some of the recent topics that you guys have had, your discussions about Casimir, and some of your concerns that you guys were having, and what you have been told by Kestrel and Gunnulf about their own experiences with the other White Tiger folk. You get the feeling that this is some form of incursion into Albus's dreamscape via the god of martial prowess, who you guys know, or at least highly suspect, to be influenced by curiosity. Given the landscape, given the enemies that you're facing, and as Sharp, you are trying to just look and see the scene around you. Gazing up into the horizon, the fires, everything that's there, even you can see high up in the sky, above the clouds, amongst them, as there's almost these sort of dark, heavy clouds that probably should be raining, but are not. You feel as though there is a glare, that you are being watched. You almost feel like you can make out pair of eyes with a third eye overlooking this entire ordeal, essentially, from up
Gross. Gross.
So you get the feeling that this is connected to curiosity via the god of martial prowess, who seems to be attempting to make some form of play, some sort of attempt to influence Albus via his dreams.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You sharing any of that information with the class, or are you keeping it to yourself?
Definitely sharing it.
So for those of you that are there in the scene already, you find yourself suddenly standing with Sharp. It's almost jarring because you it's not that you're standing there and then suddenly there's another new person there. And at first you're like, oh shit, there's a stranger there. But as you look at them, they're younger and they're alive, but they are undoubtedly Sharp. You've just never seen her looking like this before, alive, much less young. It's almost startling that you have to sort of double take, but it is Sharp. And then she goes about piecing together what's happening and trying to explain it to all of you. So.
To be clear, I do recognize her because we had that one connective moment when I first shared the blood and she looked like herself. So I do recognize her.
She is younger, but yes, you do.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I know this is a Sharp.
This is a Sharp.
You've at least seen her in human form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Were you old when you died? Sorry.
That's true. How old were you when
Yeah.
you moved on?
I think I was like probably 40.
All right, you live a long
Probably.
life.
So pretty old then, right?
Well,
Oh,
not
shit,
that
I'm
long.
40.
Sorry.
That's pretty ancient.
It's gonna say, yeah, you know what?
Sorry.
Now that I say that, the difference between a 30-year-old Sharp and a 40-year-old Sharp is probably not too big.
Yeah.
She's just so much filled with so much vigor as a 30-year-old, you know. And you hit 40, and it's like, what is even the point?
Yeah.
Her job was full soul sucking, and it took everything out of her. And then she died.
God. And she's basically already dead anyway. Who needed the pyro?
Sweet release of death. She's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She was at the end of her life anyway.
Albus,
Didn't matter.
Does a 13 hit you?
It matches. But
Oof.
I have counterattack.
Okay.
So I get to hit you back.
Well,
For
I think
not
If
counter-
an enemy hits or misses with a melee attack, if the check was even, you can perform a free attack against that enemy.
Albus, I'm
What's that?
probably going
It's-
to protect you again.
13.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're going to
Like,
protect me?
Yeah, because
Oh, you-
I'm going to take every opportunity, not necessarily the smartest one, but it doesn't hit me anyway. So,
Taking the damage, you dick.
plus I heal. So, I'm going to take it.
Fine.
and it was, and counterattack works on an even number.
It's the only
by
time
the
I
way.
ever got a chance to use counterattack.
Sorry.
You wouldn't have been able to.
You rolled
'cause
14 twice, and I'm like, no, be 13, please.
No, it's a,
It sounds like you wouldn't have been
No,
able to.
you have
anyway.
it. You have it opposite. It's supposed to be even numbers, not odd numbers.
yeah, it's even numbers.
You should have counted one of those
No.
14, the first 14. Well, either one of the
I
ones that
hit
hit
or miss
you.
with a man attack. Oh, if I read it as the check was even, like equal, even.
Oh, gotcha.
Like if they were both 13, they were
Mhm.
even 13. Okay, got it.
I heal. I'm gonna. Going to
Oh, okay,
count-
cool. So anytime it's an even, I can hit somebody.
Yeah, you have a 50-50
Yep.
chance.
Hit or miss.
Oh,
Even number.
wow. Okay, I've been reading that
Oh.
one wrong the whole time then.
Means if Jason was feeling particularly benevolent, he could let you have triggered that.
I would totally understand not doing that. That was my fault for reading it wrong.
You'll have another opportunity
I'll
here
have
if you
more
cover for someone
opportunities.
else.
So Jason, 11 to hit.
11 to hit?
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna spend a
That is-
point.
You're gonna spend a point? Okay.
Another
And it's
point.
worse. It's worse, but I got.
It doubles it. Do you have the Fury thing?
What's the Fury thing?
That if it's the same number and not fumble, then
Oh,
it's still
then
a crit.
No. I'm like very early into Fury, so
Okay.
I
Because
missed.
that's the time when it would be like that is a hit and you get an opportunity.
Cool. Well, so I block it and swing wildly, but miss.
Okay, so you rolled. What did you roll in total?
9.
A 9. Okay. Wait, with your high roll?
There's no damage.
Yes.
If that's what you're.
He's twice debuffed on his I think it's insight, and once on his dex.
Okay. So wait, but you missed though.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Straight
I
Okay.
missed on
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say, why did you roll damage? You just did. You just did.
Well, when I roll the thing, it gives me my attack and damage
Mhm.
all on the same thing.
Understand. I gotcha.
Yeah.
You said
Okay.
you healed, Sean,
I did heal
to full.
the full. Well,
More than
Like,
that, yeah. Just making sure.
I healed like 50, but there's no overhealing. So yeah, healed.
Okay.
At full.
And you did not get hit, right? Because
I did
the
not
attack-
get hit.
Right, because your armor's high enough. Okay. Then I guess that brings us to Rosalind.
Hi, I'm 40.
Yes.
She's 50 something.
Basically dead.
Basically dead. A husk.
Basically dead.
A shell of a
husk.
woman.
You'll be
Just
joining.
Sorry, I was joking.
So, Rosalind, you in your dream were running, chasing. Was there any particular location in this dream that you were running around?
I don't have the map in front of me with everything else going on, but basically the desert outside of Newcastle.
Okay. Or the desert where. Yeah, well, so there's not like do you mean like the one south of the mountains?
Yeah.
Like the Badland? Okay, yeah. So like kind of where you grew up,
Mhm.
basically. Yeah.
But she's fully adult. She's not like a child, but it's still taking place there because it's a dream and it's incongruous. But
Yes. Yeah, and in fact, your hometown does not look like. I don't know if you've been back to your hometown, but the Badlands have changed quite a bit. Just because it's very tumultuous over there, so it's very likely that your hometown is very different. But you remember it as like in your dream here, it's like it used to be. But like you keep going door to door, you keep looking. Every single thing every door you throw up open, every place that you look, you just aren't finding anything. And it becomes this point where like you're almost walking this vacant place with just the wind, the breeze blowing through it. That kind of that hot wind that is the kind of commonplace where you grew up. And all you hear is just the sort of the rattling of open window sills and of open doors. There's almost just this silence, and as the sort of hopelessness of being unable to find anyone, not just the person you're looking for, but almost no one to help you find anything else, as that starts to creep in. There's a different sound that kind of rolls in off the wind. It's the sound of laughter, of fun, of people you recognize, and it immediately catches you. Of course, it is so in contrast to where your dream had been that you find yourself rushing towards it. Maybe it's what you were looking for, and you stumble upon a house, a place that you feel that you recognize, but maybe you don't. It almost looks like it's It's like in a dream where you look at something and for some reason it doesn't look quite right, but it feels like it's something that maybe doesn't look like it is. But you throw the door open, you rush through it, and you find yourself standing in that same little room where the feast had happened, where you had the vulture folk is there, Bonnie is there, everyone is, there's merriment, there's joy, there's belonging, there's family. It's not the person that you were looking for, but you do feel like you found something. But as you look across the faces of your companions in this moment, there's something off about it. And as your eyes fall onto Albus, you are similarly sort of displaced, and you find yourself within Albus's dream. The look of fear and worry and concern that was on his face there in that dream is now here in this dream with you now there with them. It's the same thing that I've described before. There's bodies, there's fire, there's everything everywhere. And as Rosalind kind of pops up in this place amongst all of you guys, it's accompanied by that sort of hot kind of just the air of the Badlands, that change in atmosphere that carries almost the smell of dust and dirt with it. Almost an emptiness to it, a vastness. But you find yourself standing there. There's chaos, there's destruction all over. Wolf is tearing into things that are biting and gnashing and gnawing at him. You know, Steve is gone full emo. Sharp is looking hot as ever. You know, Kestrel is looking like a small scared child. You know, the whole shebang. I don't need to narrate it for a billionth time here, but you are there amongst the party. What would you like to do for your turn?
Well, that makes like no sense and perfect sense because it's sort of dreamlike. So like we're not going to spend a lot of time worried about the details. But we would like to come to Albus's defense in particular. To do that, I need to get this back up on my phone, which went to sleep. Maisie, your turn was helpful. We will be casting Blinding Flush.
Nice.
With these. No light. There we go. So, goodbye. Which is, I gotta subtract 20 MP, but because the highest value is odd, that means it's dark. So finding that vulnerability tells me this is going to be double damage. I don't even have to guess at it. It could be possible because they were attacking with light, but I didn't have to try something else instead. So that should be, well, I mean, you can see the cards here, but that is 14 from these plus 10. So 24 dark damage to every enemy present on the scene, which may just be the one, but hopefully will still be 48 damage.
It would be 48 damage.
It's not really, since it is just one entity, which is fine, it makes sense. It doesn't really spread out and hit a bunch of stuff, but it does still concentrate pretty heavily on the one.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like the visuals go in the dreamscape, your attack probably does, but as far as mechanically how much damage it does, it does not.
Which is fine.
You know, there's, you know, you unleash this attack and it flies, and it's the same sort of thing where like it doesn't really matter how much of these creatures you damage. A lot of times the parts that get blown away or damaged almost seem to like be dropped off or deposited. Like you'll blow an arm off and the creature just seems to keep moving, whereas the arm itself, the part that's damaged, gets left behind, and the rest of the arm seems to sort of split open, and, you know, little like tendrils or claws sort of gouge itself out of it. It starts crawling and skittering away on its own. Every time you lop a limb off or damage something, the rest of the body just keeps moving while that part just seems to take on a life of its own and try to get away or start sneaking around you guys. It's rather disconcerting, but with that, that technically brings us to Wolf's turn.
Get him, Wolf.
I need to
Get him, Wolf.
Having fun. Does he have his dual axes with him? Is that what he's doing damage with?
He is a big wolf thingy, so he's
a big wolf abomination.
Oh, so he didn't even get his axes. He's just ripping and tearing.
correct.
Rip and tear.
You wanted him there, but in his own dreams, he views this is like the Batman Bruce Wayne scenario. He is not the guy with axes in his own dreams.
That's fine.
He is his true.
We've never seen this form other than Kestrel.
No, you have.
No.
You guys fought it.
You've seen it.
him.
Oh, we did fight it. Yeah. Okay, you're right. He did morph into that.
I think that exactly hits. That does exactly hit. He rolled incredibly poor.
Oh. Wolf don't suck.
Call Wolf in, he flails around and falls over.
No, and then he dies in my dream.
Right.
Or his dream, technically. I guess Albus's
None
dream.
of that's what we wanted.
Yeah. Depression character arc.
So he starts ripping and tearing into these things, just devouring them, pulling them apart, little pieces, like what you guys have done. As he'll rip a piece off, it'll start trying to like scurry away, and he just bites it and just devours it. Like he's just like at no point are these pieces allowed to even scurry away into their little separate independent parts. He just starts just tearing into this thing. He basically used Wolf Maw and did some damage and recovered some HP.
Yay!
But that said, we start the second round of the combat here.
And we go first?
You players go first. Who would like to
Here's
go
a
first?
question.
I might have an answer.
We're in a dreamscape.
Uh-huh.
Do I have item points?
You do... is it because you're out of item points in real life?
Yes.
In the dream, they refill.
Roll me... What's your max? A D10? Roll me a D10... Or roll me a D10.
That's easy. I can just go up one and... Oh, no! That didn't do
Whoops.
it. There it goes.
Fabula point's gone.
Okay,
So,
you
yeah,
have
I need
2
to-
item points.
Oh, that's probably enough. I'm gonna give myself a Fabula point back.
You're going to need to.
Probably
You
a
just
good
spent
idea.
one on accident.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So we should probably heal the days of either Albus or myself.
Right. It would give you invulnerability to it as well. Let me
Well,
verify.
probably Albus,
Tinker.
just because I am more likely to be able to not get hit.
It's up to 3 creatures.
Oh, well then just
Cool.
heal everyone.
I just need to do some verification on the Magitech spheres. It says spend 2 inventory points to create cast a spell. Okay, there we are. Now I know. So I will immediately spend those 2 inventory points that you have graciously given me for just the dream, and cast reinforce. It would be I would remove dazed. I would choose dazed and make the 3 people invulnerable to it. Steve Albus and Kestrel.
Okay.
So because you are invulnerable to it, it doesn't affect you for the rest of the battle, and also, yeah.
Cool.
And
Does anybody want to go
I have
next?
I can
Sorry, I know
go.
it's the enemy's turn, but I'm just
I can go
curious.
next.
Sorry.
I have
guys, we
healing
watched
queued up.
way too much. We watched way too much Pee Wee Herman growing up. The magic word is curiosity.
These are the magic word.
Okay, so at this point, a number of the creatures sort of stagger forward, and as they do, there's a certain element of I don't want to say necessarily intelligence, but purpose between them. They actually seem to sort of work in tandem with one another. It is a bit of a disturbing sight, frankly, for you, Kestrel, as you've never seen anything quite like how they are moving. But as they do, they reach out and attack. I need 2 of you here. This is essentially a multi-2 attack here.
Ooh.
Spooky, scary.
So this is Sharp and Gunolf.
Ooh.
God damn it.
It's okay. One of us doesn't have a turn for a while.
Well, I can protect.
That's true.
It is
Let's see.
an 18 to hit.
Oof.
Well,
That's an even number.
that is an even number, so I can counterattack too if I'm
Yes.
protecting.
Yes.
Can I do that
Yeah,
anytime?
that hits the shit out of me.
Can I counterattack anytime there's an even number?
If it's you.
Well, it has to be targeting
It has
you.
to be on me. Okay, got it. So the protect and the counterattack work in tandem.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll step in for who needs better protecting.
Well, we're the 2 ones with the least amount of health here, so
Yeah.
that's right.
I feel like Elf has less health even than Sharp. Is that crazy?
What'd you say?
Who has more?
I have 49.
you can.
What do you have, Gunolf?
44.
Oh, I'm at 44. I would say.
Okay.
Gunolf.
I would still say protect Maisie, Sharp, more than I, because at this point, without any inventory points. Oh, by the way, I spent 38 MP, so I guess I could mark that as well. But
And for what it's worth,
I'm gonna slide in and protect Gunolf.
my usage will be
Because gameplay wise, I am freaked out by Sharp's human appearance. I didn't recognize her immediately.
Where?
Hitting him.
But you recognize
I recognized
recognized
Gunolf,
a
but I'm like,
woman,
who the fuck is
and
this
you're
lady? It's like,
recognized a lady might need help.
For what it's worth, for Sean and Maisie, because they
Gunolf,
haven't been
you're my buddy. You're my pal.
they haven't been remote before. You can share. You can look at the stream I'm sharing and see the stuff you'd normally see on the TV out in the other room, like where everybody's health is at currently, and all that stuff is all there if you tune into the stream I have.
Oh, nice.
That's what I watched.
Thank
I just watched that the
you.
whole time.
Yeah, same.
He has a visual on who does that. So there we are.
Yeah, mine's about like 5 minutes lagged, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. Anything on there's.
Okay.
But
So
thank
okay.
you.
So I'm hitting Sharp or Gunolf. I'm hitting Sharp then. Is what
You're
I'm
hitting Sharp.
You're-
I'm protecting
you should
Gunolf,
hit me.
and I'm
Me.
we're
Wait.
both sitting over here like trying to dive on the knife here.
yeah. No. Hit me first. Hit me first.
Okay,
And then I'm
so-
also gonna
down,
counter
It's
Mr.
attack.
up to
President!
it's up to Peter anyway, right? So
Okay, so
Is the counter attack immediately resolved, or do I wait until you hit and then I do
you
the
wait until
counterattack?
they hit.
hit or
Okay.
miss, technically. I mean, let me do my damage here. So
Right.
who am I hitting?
Me and Sharp.
Okay, both of you are going to take. What was that? Hold on. 22 light damage, which I think is 44 light damage for Sharp.
Jesus.
Okay, hold on. Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Oh
True.
fuck, she's weak.
I'm vulnerable to light.
I mean, you can change it. Technically,
Can I change it?
Yeah.
Or, are you,
No.
or
Just-
Jason,
just-
are you
just-
going to?
Or there is one
just
other
take my
question
face.
that I have to ask, and I'm not really a gamesmanship kind of guy. She's not technically. She's in a human form at the moment.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I recognize that. I am going to say that the
Oh.
tenuous connection to the dreamscape. She's undead. The reason she has the vulnerability is because she's undead. She's effectively just a soul. So, given that spirit damage, light damage is often or can be represented by spiritual damage, I'm going to say that even in a dreamscape, she's particularly like susceptible to it because she shouldn't even be in the dream to begin with. So like, if that makes sense. So you're still going to take extra damage from this, I'm going to say.
With that new valuable piece of information you've just provided us, can I switch?
Technically, right, Jason, like the way the rule normally works is you can wait to see who it hits and for what before you commit to the protect.
Yes, and I'm a generous god, so I will say you can.
Thank you.
Ah.
And I switch
Sorry,
over and I
forgot
protect.
that they were hitting for light.
Yeah, well, I mean, and also it's like you're not undead in the dream, but you're also technically are undead, so it was kind of a weird thing.
All right, so I got that switch. Gun off hits crisis.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry, Gunnar.
Oh,
The crisis. I have a thing, but I have no inventory points to do it.
Oh,
Let me verify.
I'm gonna do my counterattack while you do that.
It must be an inventory action. I guess I could. Yeah.
Sharp also suffers dazed, by the way. Or no.
Gun off.
No, I
Gunolf
suffer
Okay,
days.
thank you.
Gunolf does. Sorry, the other way. Gunolf does.
Oh, right.
Well, Peter, you miss.
Oh, it's not automatic. I have to also hit
No.
as well.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
hit, and then you would do
Well,
just
that
12.
sucks. Okay, cool. Well, I did include my
Macy
days
sees
in there
cat.
too, because I'm dazed.
Yeah, excited kitty.
So you take the blow, Albus, for Sharp, as these creatures swipe
Yeah.
and lunge. And as they do, you swing back with your cleaver. It's a big overhead swipe. And it actually strikes. It hits one of them right in like the side of the neck where their neck is. But unfortunately, the head literally almost sort of rolls over the cleaver, and you see that there are little teeny, almost like centipede bone-like feet that sort of just crawl over the side of your cleaver and then just sort of scuttle and sort of grab onto the rest of the body where it was a second ago, effectively doing no damage to it.
Ew. Okay.
But as you do this, and the thing sort of looms closer to you, your attack effectively doing nothing, you sort of catch this bit of movement, essentially, as this bird, bigger than you might have expected, and almost seeming to, it looks tangible, but almost not to a certain degree. You've never seen a kestrel before, but spoiler alert: this is a kestrel, as it swoops down and claws at the creature that your cleaver is buried in. So kestrel, I want you to make effectively a counterattack using your stats as though you were a creature.
Hit him with your metaphors.
my
Interesting.
kestrel is here. My kin spirit did come. That's so nice.
And of course, as you look down at your own hands, Kestrel, you see that you are still shackled.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are unable to do anything, but it would appear that your kin spirit has stepped in to help.
It's like the ending of
Are
Homeward
you
Bound
telling me
when
I
Shadow
cannot
comes down over the hill.
transform? Is that what you're telling me?
I am telling you that you cannot transform. You have your shackles on.
Okay.
Or you're in your dream, right? You've got your
Yeah.
shackles on.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be my next question, but I suppose you've answered it for me. All right, and I am attacking with my beast form's main attack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? Oh, that doesn't help
Oh.
me.
That was the wrong one.
Are you? Oh, there you go. Big bam.
Nice.
Smack.
That definitely hits. Now
Yeah.
it's only it's high roll 0 damage.
So 12.
It's effectively like a counterattack.
Super.
Okay. Beautiful. Now the creatures go. No, creatures just went. Creatures just went.
Yeah, they just went because I protected.
I
Yes.
think so.
You guys go.
Yeah.
Maya, do you have a thing that can heal, or anybody that can heal and remove the daze?
I cannot heal and remove days, but I can heal multiple people.
I also have HP
I can
healing.
I can remove days and heal.
Can you
Yeah,
remove daze
it's-
and heal in the
it's-
same turn?
Yes, as long as
That
I have
might be
the
what-
ingredients for it.
Do then.
Are you healing yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you should make sure that you stay in battle. My
Yeah.
The
My
whole
effective-
thing crashing down.
Let's
Oh,
see. We
God.
can recover 40 hit points, and where's my dazed? I know I have a dazed one. There it is. Okay. Sour and sweet. Sour and bitter. Okay. Do I have enough of that?
Now here's the
Bitter
question:
sour.
are you using your ingredients in the dreamscape?
Yep.
I suppose.
You will not be. They will be there. So try to keep track of what you're using.
Okay, I will.
Like,
All right, I'm spending.
yeah, you're not spending them for real. Okay.
Oh, I'm not spending them for real,
You are not spending them for real. Correct.
but I'll keep track of them in the game temporarily.
Yes. You
Got it.
remember what you had, and you're going to spend them, but you'll get them all back when you wake up. This is not one of those weird movies where you wake up and you're like, was it a dream? Oh, thank God. And suddenly, oh, your food's missing. Was it a dream? Who knows? No.
Okay, so I can make a sour, sweet, bitter food, and I can spend 10 MP to heal somebody else. I can do the effect to another person too. So I'll spend 10 MP for that, and I'll spend those 3 ingredients. What the hell can I make with that shit? Sour, bitter, sweet. I'll just take an apple and I'll.
There it goes.
Did it work? Okay. And I'll wrap it in some bitter leaves of some sorts that have been fermented. I'll wrap them up and I'll chuck one over to Gunolf and give that to him. So it heals him for 40 hit points. Gets rid of his dazed.
Nice.
Catches it with his tiger paw.
Yeah, with the tiger paw. And then same for me. My daze is gone. 40
No,
hit
you
points.
didn't. You're immune to days anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, that works too.
I just need to make sure that you were healing yourself.
Yeah. No, healed.
Okay. That's it for your turn.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Attack me.
Let's find
Let's
out.
go, you dream bitch.
Okay.
You dream.
White me.
So this is coming for Steve and Kestrel.
Great.
Ah!
I suppose. Actually, hold on. I don't have a. I realize now there's 7 of you present in this scene, so I actually need to be rolling a higher dice.
That's rude.
You don't. You don't have to.
I don't know.
Just roll like a team to
What
destroy.
are you talking about?
Why am I?
Well, if he's going to take an opportunity to kill Wolf, he'll take an opportunity to kill Wolf.
No.
but brother.
I guess there's technically 8 of us on
So
the field
this
right
is
now.
Rosalind and Kestrel.
Oh,
Thanks,
wow.
Oh,
Wolf.
Steven Kestrel, you said.
Yeah, well, I needed to roll a better dice, frankly. Otherwise, Wolf wasn't an
Oh.
option. Yeah.
Okay.
Kestrel got
Nice.
rolled on both of them.
Which Kestrel?
They really want to go after Kestrel.
The helpless little girl.
The helpless 12-year-old girl.
I'm rolling, so it's like not loud, but the towel I'm rolling on is doesn't like you guys at all because it's definitely rolling very high.
God damn it.
So rude.
17,
goodness.
you guys all get hit.
Oh.
17, and that is 23 light damage.
Okay.
And Rosalind suffers dazed because you can still be dazed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
That would be a time for Steve to take the hit, but he's not in the mood to take the hits.
I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta
Is
go
Steve
first.
enraged right now? Is that what the symbol is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is one of those again. The there's almost this sort of rolling thunder that almost to some of you sounds a bit like laughter or amusement, and the creatures surrounding you, they stagger and they move, but they start moving in unison. One of them will swipe, and as you go to dodge out of the way, the other one will come around and hit you and clock you just the same. There's a uniformity to them that is very unlike their otherwise kind of independent nature.
Sure.
What a fucking
Yeah.
asshole.
I'm probably gonna be like, maybe crying out for my kestrel my kin spirit to come help me. She does
God.
not come, and there's a confusing amount of terror. Definitely. Yeah, I'm upset.
Now you're worried
Okay.
about Kestrel and Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh no.
My kin spirit, come save me.
It is your guys' turn. Who would you guys
I
like to
will
have go next?
go because there's 2 candidates now that are terrible to be targeted, so I will go to
Okay.
reset everything. I will guard.
So the
Okay.
very angry Steve is just guarding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting ready to throw down.
Angrily
Give me
guarding.
an
In an
excuse.
angry way, a very
Give
angry.
me ready.
He's powering up.
I'm running, actually. I was mad, now I'm scared. I'm just running.
Oh no. Steven.
Okay. That's not a number I can use. Sharp and Wolf
Wait,
are targeted next.
I will likely
Oh,
be protecting
Jesus.
Sharp already.
Sharp.
Thank you.
You're not used to being in your human form again. You're all discombobulated.
Actually,
no.
we'll see.
Hey, an 11 to hit?
Ooh.
Miss.
Good.
Miss.
Nice.
It actually matches, so it hits.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Steve.
As the creatures continue to move and swipe and swing together in this sort of it almost reminds you of soldiers that they're well trained here. Wolf, although a little taken aback by this change, adapts quickly and swats and pushes a couple of them out of the way. Sharp, less so.
Jason, are you supposed to tell us damage before I have to commit, or just who's attacked?
Oh, I can tell you all the damage. So one of you got hit, and it was. What didn't I say? It was. Or I didn't say.
11?
It's 20.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 20 light damage.
20, so that'd be 40.
So then I
40
got 40.
God, I'm tempted to leave it for now.
Okay.
Although, Albert, you have a protect too.
Do
I
I?
just don't want. Maybe I should take it because then it won't hit me, and then that's one less days on the field.
I mean,
if
I could
Rob-
go for the protect too because it wouldn't hit me either. Wait, is it magic defense or regular?
Regular.
Regular. Okay, yeah, it wouldn't hit me
Regular.
if I protected.
Well, I will. Oh, I will use it because I can guarantee. Or no, this was 11 to hit, so I'll go. If it was an even number, I would have let you go.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Smart.
I'll go. I'll protect Sharp because we just don't want Roz getting an attack, which actually might be a reason why Roz should go next, or somebody who can heal days. But anyways, let me do the thing.
Do the thing.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Oh, actually,
And
I
she's
don't.
he's so angry. You're so welcome.
Fucking useless.
No, that's fine. Fine. It doesn't do the 5 extra damage, but still good. 12 to hit, Jason.
12 is enough to hit.
Thank God.
Ooh, nice.
15 damage.
15.
Oh, and Jason, I would like to, in the Dreamscape, just to match, like, not because it's actually doing anything, but flavor or maybe more. This thing keeps fucking, like, the thing in it disassembling itself. I would love to add, like I used to do with my good old buddy, the Dawn Feather, I'd like to add Green Fire to the attack. To flavor-wise start to melt this thing down.
Okay. You want to do,
Turn it around. I want to burn it.
you want to burn it. Okay.
The flavor.
Let me, how do I want to phrase this? Your intent is to harm it, correct?
Like to keep it from like doing the disassembling and reassembling at least the pieces that I'm hitting.
Make me a double willpower check.
Oh shit. Double willpower, my best stat. But opposite. And doubled. Roll. You have to hit roll. Roll it. 11. Bad.
The blade, as you will this green fire, you can tell that it's there in your mind. In your mind, the Dawn Feather, radiant. It's as keen as it was, radiating
yeah.
green fire.
Yeah.
To those around you, they can see that it seems to almost wreathe itself in shadow, almost as though it's sort of leaking this aura. Basically, it looks rather damaging, rather raw. You do dark damage now on your attacks, to which this creature is vulnerable. So you will do an additional 15 damage to it.
Oh wow! I'll take that.
Hey.
Is it like Shadowfire? It's like a Matarasu now, basically.
Yeah, basically. But in your mind, it looks as righteous as ever, as
Good.
far as Steve is concerned. To everyone else, it's maybe a bit darker and more sinister in its countenance.
Yes. Great.
That was that
That was the
creature's
creature's
attack.
turn.
So your turn. Yes, player turn.
Wouldn't mind going, don't have to.
I think Chris should go.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Phone. Yeah, it's annoying having to use the sheet on my phone, but what can you do? I would love to cast triple support with these. Oh, they're sideways. There we go. That's them. Oh no, it's the devil number.
Oh, 666.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
So it's going to be 18 HP
Best number.
and MP to everybody on the scene.
Nice.
It's only 3 MP for me because I'm paying 15, but then getting 18 back. But whatever. That'll top off you. That gets you almost to full. And that gets you some MP. And that gets you some health.
Yay.
And as part of that, I'm also going to pay 5 additional MP to invoke the first use of my heroic skill card Vanguard and place 1 card face down and end my turn. What does that mean? Well, we'll figure it out if it activates.
Very Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep. We're going full Yu-Gi-Oh without Exodia, basically. So I have 1 card face down on the field now. But that ends my turn. I'm going to discard the last card in my hand as I mulligan to finish my turn.
okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I forget. Is this thing vulnerable to light or dark?
Dark.
Dark.
It was dark. Okay. Well, that's cool.
That's
The Sharp, you should shoot the shit out of this thing.
Yeah, well, I was just confirming, like, I can, so my gun typically is in bolt, but I am able to change it to dark, so yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. I think it will, too. Like,
oddly enough, it is attacking Sharp and Wolf again. I rolled the same two numbers.
Rude.
Rigged.
Yeah, rigged. I'm telling you, the towel I'm rolling on, it just hates you. Well, maybe
Get a different towel.
Get a different towel.
different towel. 13 to hit. I don't think that hits Wolf though. Oh, it does by 1. Okay, it's hitting both.
Oof.
Yeah, Wolf
Well-
might be dazed.
Was
Oh
he
god, we're
dazed?
gonna be fighting Wolf.
Uh-oh. Again! No!
oh, was Wolf already dazed before?
He was, yes.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, I'm sorry, and that does... Jason, you said 13, but that hits Wolf?
13 hits Wolf.
By 1.
Oh.
Let me double check. He has, in that form, it's a D8 plus 4, so he has 12 for his defense.
So,
No, wait. Oh,
Peter-
hold on. Wait, let me make sure.
Yep.
Yes, in both forms. Yep, in both forms. It's scrolled.
let me know what you guys think. This actually might be a candidate for Protect then, because if he takes, like, not only is it Wolf and now attacking us, but then we lose a turn too. Unless we have a way to heal it before Wolf goes.
I think we're gonna have to be more aggressive about blocking in this spot because the people that can repair those have almost all gone. I didn't have the cards to fix any status effects this turn. You and
So, Chris, you think Protect as
I
well?
think we might have to. You've already used your block. Peter will be expending his.
Yep.
Gunoff's already gone this round, so the folks that can kind of deal with this are getting limited here.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Peter, probably you should block this one, even though it sucks.
Nope, I'm in it. I'll take it.
Get down, Mr. President.
But who, though? Should I block
Uh,
for...
Wolf. Because if Wolf
Okay.
gets dazed again,
Wolf.
his next turn
Yeah.
gets controlled by the
Oh,
enemy.
that's true, yeah. So I'll step in for Wolf there. He's
I know
he's
if
way
Wolf
up
does
there.
so much damage. If this is 25 damage, then Sharp. But I guess, Jason, what is the damage?
It is the the 23 damage of light.
Oof.
Cool. Yeah.
I rolled. It's got D8s. You know that. I rolled an 8 and a 1.
Yeah.
So
All right. So I'll rush up to the front lines where Wolf is going crazy, and I'll jump into one of those attacks and block it.
yep. As the creatures start, like, as he's tearing them apart, they keep like splitting into all these little bits, and they keep trying to like jump at him. And as he's fending them all off, one of the other creatures kind of runs and tries to basically like get a cheap shot on him as he's sort of distracted, trying to swat away the smaller ones. But you position yourself in the way. You get your cleaver up, and you're like, and you bat it aside. So you take the 23 light damage as the
Yoki.
Sharp.
Sharp, no.
And Sharp takes dazed because Sharp doesn't have the resistance to it.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
Easy fight,
You
huh?
don't you have a immunity to something. Which is it? As a
Poison.
Probably poison.
Darkness.
It might be dark.
I thought it was a
Oh,
status effect.
poison.
I
Yeah,
think it's
sorry.
immunity to poison
Oh,
and like half
okay.
damage from dark
Alright.
or something along those lines.
That probably sounds right.
This encounter is not as easy as I was thinking it was going to be. This is brutal.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have fucking asses kicked.
I mean, look, it's literally a
That's
level.
why Jason said we wouldn't get to both of them.
Combat just takes a
looking
while.
at
This
my
is
gathering.
This
thing
is a
that's
level.
Like, yeah, you'll have an easy encounter. You know, it's not that bad.
You have to remember, an easy encounter is a number of warriors that's like a standard guy equal to the number of players minus 1. So
Yeah.
that's 5 people. Well, I didn't put 5 people this encounter. I made a champion that was worth the equivalent to 5 people. That's why it gets so many actions, and that's why it does so many things. But you're just fighting the equivalent of 5 small
5 people.
guys all combined into like a giant guy, effectively. That's what you're doing.
That's understandable.
But there's so many of you players in a regular game of 4 people. This would not. It would be much less HP, much less like turns to go through. This is dangerous because there are so many of you, but it also takes a while.
Yeah.
Even though it's an
Yeah.
easy encounter. Yeah. So it attacked. It did its thing. This is player turn now.
I can heal.
Probably Kestrel.
Okay,
Yeah, please.
that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, for flavor though, I do kind of just want to see if I can take off my shackles. Just like, you know, you told me I couldn't, but I just want to do it for flavor first.
Where's the
Uh,
You
remote?
know,
I mean, I could
kinda-
let you. Do you want to make like a double willpower check? I'll let you try.
sure. You're not gonna take my whole action away from me though, yeah?
I will not take your action away from you.
All right, cool. Thanks. I love Flavor Town.
I basically need you to like crit this though. What are you rolling for willpower?
I have D8s.
It is possible for you to do this. I need you to get a 13 or above.
YOLO. What did I get? Not that.
Not that.
So close.
Almost.
Well,
Do you have a point? Or no?
Nope, I used it already.
All right.
So yeah.
So you struggle against the binds, but
Mhm.
being here, looking at your own 12-year-old hands, the small creature that was a helpless animal that you remember fighting, it's still
Mhm.
there crawling amongst the crowd. It's too much. You of course you're helpless in this moment
Yeah.
because
And
you
Sharp
were.
she also told us we're fighting like something curiosity adjacent, right? You did tell us that, right, Sharp? Yeah, I'm fucking freaked the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to scramble
Absolutely.
in my 12-year-old shitty body between basically all of my friends to try to protect myself. And I'm going to just like, I don't know, hyperventilate and try to heal the damage that's being done to my friends. So I will use heal on, I suppose, Albus and Sharp, which is 20 MP, and it's 40 each.
Thank you.
for Sharp is just getting beat up.
Yeah.
Sharp's still going to be in a pretty dangerous range there. It's very
Yeah.
good that you're doing this, to be clear. I'm not disparaging it at all, but 22 or more damage is going to still kill her in one hit. So just keep that in mind as
I
we
can
go
only do what I
forward.
can do.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that number several times. But not always. Those 21s, it's still very good, just it may not be enough.
Yeah.